428-1.
Yep, they showed it up the game. I seen them show it. They put the stat up on the thing, B-Dirt. They said
Yeah.
it's trash. Yeah,
For sure. Did you get your technical difficulties fixed?
I don't know. But
Did
hey,
you?
look, he being quiet because somebody getting fined. Somebody getting fined. I don't know who it is.
Testing. Pate. Testing.
I'd rather have Zach Taylor than the Eberflus.
Oh, yeah. Just based on name alone.
In
You can't
fairness,
trust
though,
an Eberflus, that's for sure.
In fairness, Eberflus might not have a quarterback, so they say.
You just said
yeah.
Zach Taylor didn't have a quarterback, and he's 500.
I'd
rather have that.
So you haven't seen Eberflus with the A1 quarterback, that's what I'm saying.
I don't care. I'd rather have Zach Taylor.
I think the only coach that don't got a legitimate good coach, don't have a legitimate dog quarterback is Kyle Shanahan.
I heard
no, Brock Purdy a dog now. Come on now.
But he's
I heard
just coming
Chicago's-
along, Big G. He's not a high round pick. He's not. I mean, he got about a 14, 15 game, 12, 16 game sample size.
I think I heard Chicago's poking around Eric Bieniemy.
Ooh, that's a good hire.
Heard that on the Bear Claw.
That's a good hire if they do. But guess
He's been
what?
the best. We'll talk about that in overtime, but real fast, he's been the best coach this season.
Yeah, if you want to go listen to a podcast where Pay's microphone always works, check out the Bear Claw here on Fans First Sports Network.
Yeah, because on the homies, it's all about find. Straight find.
Why Pay do us like that, man? You don't want to sound good and strong for us, man?
I think on Friday evening he's spilling drinks on his microphone. The wires are wet.
Makes sense, be dirt.
Yep.
We got
Big G.
Afton, Kathy, Tim, Alex, outside Steeler fan. Look, we got a lot of people up in here.
Oh, it's lit up. Listen, it's lit up.
Claude, Reginald Rivers,
I might
John
have to put
Stevens, the mayor.
Peter, Claude might go in the Matrix even before the show started. Y'all get them algorithms jumping off over there. Let me see how many people's in the live chat right now.
We got Kobe.
Kobe in the chat.
Kobe in the chat.
What's up, Kobe?
Jay, Steve, Thomas, Riley, Mark Malone, Quint.
Hey, man. We got all these
Jack
people over there.
Goff is in the building.
Where's the likes at, y'all? We're 17. And all these people in the chat. Come on, y'all. Get the rhythms going, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. Because listen, we're going to have some controversy tonight on the Homies podcast. There's some controversy going to go down tonight. I don't know about the other fellas, but I got some stuff to say. And like B-Dirt say, G ain't interested in them facts. He ain't interested in the facts. He's interested in what the opinions of what's going to happen.
Don't cloud the issue with the facts.
That's correct. We know what time it is. We know what it is.
Don't cloud the opinion with the facts.
That's correct. So let's go. Tate Boy Fresh Pay, y'all ready?
Yeah, Tate, hit the button.
He over there looking up, trying to do fact checking. Fact checking. Even before we get started,
I'm
ready
not
to go into
going.
facts already.
I'm not gonna get fined. Turn that mute off.
Pay. I had him.
Everyone, Steeler Nation, the generals out there, the homie generals out there. Thank you for joining us for another. What day is it, Big G?
Freaky Friday. And we salute you with this hand, and we salute you with this hand on Freaky Friday, both ways. What's cracking lacking on a Freaky Friday?
You heard it here first. G goes both ways on Freaky Fridays.
That's exactly what I heard. Exactly what I heard.
Pause. Stop. Pause.
That's what I heard, Big G.
No.
Hey, but thanks everybody for joining us for another Friday night. For me, it's just regular Friday night edition, episode, whatever you want to call it, of the Homie Podcast with your four hosts. I'm your boy Tate Boy Fresh. We got the little fella Pay. What's up, Pay? Pay McAfee.
No pay McAfee today.
No brown bag Pay.
No brown bag pay today.
Oh, it's about to be a boring show.
Plain old boring Pay.
Boo.
Intelligent Pay.
Boo.
My least favorite Pay.
Boo.
Yeah, Pay. You acting like Emmanuel Acho up in here, man.
I can do an Acho. I can do a good Acho. I'd rather do that than pay McAfee.
Nigga, Acho ain't drinking nothing.
Mm-mm.
I know, but it's funny though.
B Dirt, what's good, man?
I'm trying to mind my P's and Q's, but I did wear my shirt for me here. Pray for me, I'm petty. Pray for me, I'm petty.
You don't gotta call yourself out like that, B Dirt.
I don't.
I mean,
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and mind my P's and Q's. I know where I'm at.
Us homies know you petty, man, but you don't gotta tell everybody.
Too late, Tate. It's out
Doing
there.
good, man. It was 63 degrees in Pittsburgh today. I took PTO, worked around the house, played with the dogs. Woo. I might get a suntan tomorrow.
I hope we get a blizzard. I went all the way across the Midwest to get a straight blizzard and snow us in for like 6 weeks.
Nah.
Just because this weather's jacked up. Come on, man.
Cuz.
Yeah, it's that time. Come on, man.
So Big G, the big
Yes,
little
sir.
fella who saluting left and right, going both ways.
Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it, dog. Stop it. Come on, man. Stop it. What's up, man? Oh, I'm ready to get it in. Hey, listen, man. I'm giving a precursor for the show. Some of y'all Steelers fans gonna be mad at me when I get done talking tonight, and I don't even care. I really don't care. I'm gonna tell you like a TI is tonight. I'm going off, and I don't care. So let's go.
So what should we do first? I mean, y'all want to let Big G have the floor and see what he gonna say to the people?
Go ahead, G. You got first. Tell us what's on your mind. What's going on in the world of G Stradamus?
Hey, man. B-Dirt, you agree, man? Because I'm about to go in, and I need y'all help with this. And if y'all disagree, I don't care, but I'm about to go in.
Lord, yours.
I'm about to say something. You said fire away?
Fire away.
Go now?
Coast is clear.
The Pittsburgh Steelers is dumpster fire, dog. They dumpster fire.
I don't think nobody's mad at that right now.
Time out. Can I get 2 more wins before we declare dumpster fire? Because I got you over 8.5.
Straight dumpster fire, dog. they dumpster fire. Listen. There's some things within this organization that's got to get fixed, and it starts all the way at the top with the Rooneys, all the way down through the organization. This is unacceptable. We are the first team to be over 500 and lose to 2 teams with 2 wins on their record in the history of football. Back to back. It's never happened before. That is telling me that there's some organizational issues with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I don't want to hear all these people piling on Tomlin or piling on Omar Khan or piling on the quarterback position. Listen, it's from the time you hit the property line all the way until you get to the locker room. There's some stuff going on in Pittsburgh that's got to get fixed because it's unacceptable. We should not be losing. Not like that.
I did not know what this would take, but evidently it's losing back-to-back games to the Cardinals and the New England Patriots. But Claude Bishop and Big G agree.
Whoa. Whoa.
That's how it had to be pushed. I didn't know where we had to go to get to that point. There it is.
Hey, man, it's some wrong stuff going on. And it's not as simple as the quarterback. Listen, man, last night, if I would have been a coach over there on the sideline for the Pittsburgh Steelers, I swear to God, I'd have lost my job last night because I would have ran on the field and I'd have punched George Pickens right in his face. Last night, I'd have grabbed him by the throat and choked him out and punched him. Then after I'd have done that, then I'd have went and shook Mitch Trubisky up. And I'd have been like, dog, this is ridiculous. What are you out here doing? This is not what we're supposed to do. And I'm tired as a Steelers fan to see all this coddling and not address the 1,000 or 10,000 pound elephant in the room. We got issues in Pittsburgh. So how you get better is you recognize what the issues are and you start from that step. And I don't care who got to go. I don't care who got to go. From the top all the way down. I don't care who got to go.
I just
We
want
got
to
to fix this.
I just want to interject and say the homies does not condone violence. We don't condone slapping up any wide receivers, shaking and choking out any quarterbacks, even if they are trash. Go on, G.
Listen,
But listen, if we were to put some odds on that, what would the odds be on a fight there, Pay? Would you give Pickens a slight advantage, or is it because of the weight class you give G the advantage?
Oh, if you're gonna have to, I have one question before I answer that. Is it a confined space?
Oh, that's a good part. I see where your mind's at.
me, him in a locked room where I can lock the door, somebody in trouble. That's all I'm saying. Me and him in a lock where I can lock the door, oh, he in trouble.
I got plus 300 on G.
You don't want to fight the phone booth. That's what. Don't fight Big G. The phone booth heard.
Hey, somebody in trouble, dog. Somebody in big trouble.
Hey man,
So, what's up?
what if GP and Miss jump you though?
I expect y'all to have my back. Tate, you especially, because you're a
Hey,
Steeler fan.
Reginald
supposed to
Rivers
have my back.
said not to leave DJ 18 out.
Listen. I'm talking about
Hey,
Mr.
man.
Rooney. I'm talking about from the Rooneys down. They getting it. They don't
Hey,
notice.
So that's the thing. What do we do, Big G? This, knee jerk or stick to the script. The Steelers have always stuck to the script. We've had 3 coaches in 55 years, and consistency. And I think what it is, the last 2 losses was completely terrible. That's on coaching, that's on players, that's on execution, that's on play calling, that's on everything from top to bottom. But I will say this. That it's like, Minka called some people out.
Facts.
Says teams need more people who want to work for it.
Yep.
And his exact quote, man, who got good eyes? Pat, you got the youngest eyes. Read that, man.
All right. In order to see the fruit, you've got to toil for it. I'm sorry. I think too many people don't want to toil for it. They just want to walk out here and think they're going to make plays and think they're going to perform at a high level.
Facts.
I think we need to have more people who want to work for it, not expect it to be handed to them. This is from starting safety Minka Fitzpatrick. He went on to say, this is the NFL. Nothing's handed to you. You've got to earn everything. I think that dudes just think because they're wearing the black and gold, that they're going to win games. And I think we need to check that mentality and make people realize they got to earn that mentality. They got to earn every single blade of grass, every single splash play, and every single rep that they get out there. They got to earn it.
Hey, man, me and Minka Fitzpatrick could be cousins because he really he cleaned it up and gave you a G-rated version. But what he talking about is doing some smacking around and some punching and holding some people accountable. This is football, bruh. This is football.
He already put hands on Deontay already.
Listen, I'm with him.
Tate, let me ask you this: when you
Deontay, he's the only guy that scored a touchdown last night, right?
Yep.
No,
Tate,
Mitch
when you say-
scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mitch.
Tate, when you say stick to the script or knee-jerk reaction, what's the knee-jerk reaction look like to you?
The knee-jerk reaction is firing Tomlin.
You never fire Tomlin. You wait till the offseason and you can trade him because you get asset for him.
Facts. Absolute
Yeah.
facts.
Bears got a lot of assets. Just saying.
You would get that first and the second up.
I was going to hold on to that to my segment before I, gave you my opinion on dumping coaches, but I would give you.
Save it then. Let the suspense build.
All right,
Listen.
go on.
So B Dirt, the knee jerk reaction is firing them. Sticking to the script is doing what we always do. Believe in your coaches, stick with your coaches, and they turn things around.
And then somewhere in the middle would be trading him in the offseason.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you get assets, that's what you want to do. But I mean, remember the grass is always greener on the other side. And I watched a lot of Steelers stuff today.
Mm-hmm.
The dudes outside of Chris Carter on the Pittsburgh Post Gazette is going bad on Tomlin. The dude for All Steelers Top, Noah Strackmine, going hard on Tomlin. And we probably should. Tomlin needs some of this blame. But I will say I watched some of the national shows, talking heads and stuff, and they're like, I mean, a multitude of them, 3 or 4 of them, like, no way. You don't fire Mike Tomlin. You know, what was said was it's a correlation. When Big Ben was in his, Tomlin inherited Big Ben. When Big Ben was in his prime, that first 10 years, they was always, you know, when the playoffs, AFC Championship, winning the North, all those things. The last 7 years, we've been dealing with an aging Big Ben. Throw some Mason and Duck in there. Throw some Mitch and Kenny in there. And he's still winning.
Yeah.
The team is still winning. We act like the Steelers are a 2-10 team. Yeah, they lost to 2-10 teams, but we act like they're the 2-10 team.
As somebody that's always emulated and been jealous of the Pittsburgh Steelers and the way their organizations ran, to be honest with you, I look at it from the outsider. I think you got no argument made across the NFL landscape that you have a top 5 coach and you also have a bottom 5 quarterback. So I think that's pointing blame in the wrong direction. Now, there is the argument, because it is a business. It's definitely the NFL is a business. Running a team is running a business, and there is the argument to made that in leadership and business, there are people that like to rotate leadership because the message gets stale.
Facts.
So there could be, you could make that argument, but you can't make an argument that he's not a good coach.
I'm not saying canny. I'm not saying that. I'm saying let it ride. But if it takes to have to move off of Mike Tomlin to change the culture in Pittsburgh, because let me tell you something. There ain't no alpha males in Pittsburgh right now. That's the number one problem. There ain't no number. Listen, do you really believe that an alpha male from the Steelers past would have let George Pickens put the effort that he put on the field last night and Tomlin pulled him over the side and coddled him? Do you really think that would happen?
Did he coddle him, or was he? You don't know what he said, Big G. He was talking direct to him. He was talking direct. You don't know what was said, what coddle. He's not going to show anybody up on the sideline. That's not the type of coach he is.
So you made that happen on the defensive side of the ball, though, with Cam Hayward and Minka and those guys. They don't do that.
I don't know about all that.
And that's what I was going to say on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah. I don't know about. All I know is that I saw the video where you seen him and Tomlin talking, and I seen a guy slow it up. Now, I ain't no professional lip reader, but I know he said, "Come on, man, you need to get it together. We're going to need you to win." And that's a direct quote from Tomlin. That I saw him say.
That's Coddlin?
Yeah, that's Coddlin. Yeah, that's Coddlin.
Okay, I don't know if that's what he said. I don't know that you know either. But what was he supposed to say?
I wish we wasn't on a G-rated show. Because I tell you what he was supposed to say.
Well, again,
wait. This is a G-rated show?
Yeah. And I promise you, if I'm the head coach and I got that power, and by your piss poor performance, you're giving that effort, dog, I would have put you on the bench so fast. Man, your head would have spin off you that went to that bench so fast.
More
I'd have been like, go over there, sit down, take your helmet off. You might as well take your shoes off too. And take them gloves off since you out there for your calls. And go sit down.
Couple things. I don't disagree with you, but he's not going to show a player up, and coaches shouldn't, especially with these young players nowadays. They get in.
Why not?
Has he ever? He don't even throw coaches under the bus. He don't say Kenny is playing bad. He don't say that.
Bro, that's the problem. That's coddling. So what with these new age kids? That's not
coddling because you don't see it, you don't hear it, don't mean it's not being said.
Bro, let me tell you something.
Don't air your dirty laundry.
Right. You got to air it because that's how you fix it.
No.
Because you got players doing it. Minka doing it.
You fix
other
it.
players is calling each other out. How come Tomlin ain't doing it?
You fix it in the house, Big G. If you somewhere and you see your daughter do something, or a little nephew or your son-in-law, anybody, I mean, you're not going to just put them on blast out on the street. You get home, though, you're going to check and let them know that was wrong. You shouldn't have done this, shouldn't have done that.
Man, dude, these are professional athletes. They on display 24/7. The only time you don't know what they look like and what they talking about is when their helmet is on. That he would have got the business. And I wouldn't have had to talk all that stuff to him. I'd have put him over there on the bench. I'd have put him straight on the bench. Go over there and sit down and take your cleats off and take your gloves off. Sit down.
My comment to that, I don't disagree again, but you got to think about the entire team. They trying to win what was an important game last night.
Man, look.
And so you take – I already felt like Allen Robinson got too much tick anyway. So you're going to take George Pickens out the whole game. I mean, he even if he's just a threat, a decoy to draw defense, he's a factor whether he's getting the ball or not. You take him out, you lose a lot. And that hurts the team, not just Pickens.
Reginald Rivers said, Big G, we still rolling with Canada play calling. It's not necessarily play calling, but you have that's the offense that you have here available to the play caller. And that's not going to change until you have an off season.
Right.
But I understand that. But it's a culture issue in Pittsburgh right now. That's the problem. The problem is it's a culture issue. So it's either one or two things. Either the message is ran stale or you don't have no alpha dogs. Because a lot of those guys do what they want to do, when they want to do, and how they want to do it. There's nobody else to blame for that except for Tomlin, then up. It's not going back down because they're going to do what they want to do when they want to do it.
You need an on-the-field leader on the offensive side of the ball. Yeah, you got it on defense. You don't have it on offense.
I think the offense is immature. I think, per usual, Big G going a little far, a little hard.
Man, Pickens would have been on the bench
Freaky
last
Friday.
Night. Pickens would have been on the bench. With that lackluster, and Mitch would have been on the bench too. They would have both been on the bench last night, both of them. Ain't no way.
In fairness to Mitch, he scored more points than Kenny Pickett did in any game since the Rams. And did they get a defensive touchdown that game? No, TJ they got tackled like inside the 5.
Bro, the only reason why Mitch played is because his contract's bigger than Mason, which is ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
I think because he's been getting the second team reps all year too. They decided on Mitch in the offseason. They didn't say, Mitch, come back, we pay you and we're going to play you because you make the most. They wanted Mitch. Mason tested the market. Nobody gave him nothing. Mason came back for chump change.
Well, that's the issue. That's why I'm saying that it's not a surface level iceberg issue. This thing is all the way in the core right now. And really, what's really being the factor and the elephant that nobody want to face is that the issue is you might have to shake it up all the way from the top. You might have to, because this is unacceptable. This is totally unacceptable.
When we break for commercial, we need to take a little bit of an extra long break. We need to get Big G in a cold plunge. We got to get his heart rate down a little bit.
So I'm asking. So you don't like Art Rooney, Mr. Rooney, as an owner, and as an owner in comparison to other owners in the league? Yes or no?
Yes, I like Mr. Rooney.
Okay. Do you like Omar Khan as a GM?
Yes.
Do you like Mike Tomlin as a coach?
Yes.
So maybe they just need to do things different.
Maybe.
When?
There you go. Thank you, Pay. Thank you. Because that's why we play the game.
Yeah, and they lost 2 games, 2 terrible losses. I think I got the Steelers, the last 3, the Browns, the Cardinals, and the Patriots. At one time, I probably had them, and they could be 9-3. Now they 7-6. But it's not like, again, it's not like you, the Jets. It's not like you, the Carolina Panthers. I mean, y'all go overboard on a winning team. Pay got a team that's what, 4-8, 4-9.
But wait, Tate, wait a minute. Now I'm talking. This is one Steeler fan talking to another. I don't care nothing about them bums. I'm talking about the standard that's in Pittsburgh and what we supposed to do. What is our standard? What are we supposed to do? I don't care nothing rest about them other trash franchises that's out there. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Listen,
we are a top 3 franchise in the league.
I am truly enjoying watching Pay read comments about Mitch Trubisky with that grin on his face. It's kind of fun.
Hey, but I'll say this. Don't let great be the enemy of good. The Steelers franchise is a great organization, right now, and it's like again a direct correlation with good coaches that win and quarterback play. Remember when Ron Rivera was a good coach when he had Cam Newton? How that boy at the Evil Empire doing right now since Brady walked out that door?
Tate, I don't that point I don't disagree with. I don't disagree with that. However, it is still the coach's responsibility to have the environment if you decide that you want Kenny Pickett to foster the environment, develop him to get him to go. Kenny Pickett is a bum, bruh. It's time for him to go too. He's not that guy.
So
I don't care what else you get in there.
So you say two, and we just ran down the list of Rooney, Khan, and Tomlin. It was all yes. Now you said Kenny Pickett go two.
If Kenny Pickett needs to go out the door.
You said two, so that means with somebody else. Who else?
Whoever else ain't with changing the trajectory of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that includes Khan, because you can't fire Mr. Rooney. But that includes Khan, man, Tomlin, whoever ain't with changing it. I've been saying for almost 4 years, you got to identify your franchise quarterback. This even goes back to the coddling that they did with Ben Roethlisberger. They coddled Roethlisberger. Don't bring in another quarterback. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that.
In fairness to the organization, not that I agree with it, teams coddle franchise quarterbacks. That's a thing.
So can I go ahead and take the receipt, Big G, that you have up here that says Kenny Pickett's going to be a top 5 quarterback in the AFC? Can I take that down?
Take it and burn it. Take it and burn it. Take it and burn it up. Burn it. Because it ain't happening.
Is that corner time? Just a while.
No, it was not a quarter time. It was just a receipt. It was just a receipt.
No.
Right. Okay.
Listen, he's not. Listen, if we're going to be successful, right? And this is all I'm saying about Coach T. And the last thing I'm going to say. If we're going to be successful, and you're saying the coalition is directly between coaching and quarterbacking, then it's time for the Pittsburgh Steelers to go all in and get a franchise quarterback. We're done with this. You got to trade what you need to trade. You got to go up in the draft, or you got to see a guy out there and you say, that's our guy. This is not going to work because supposedly we got pieces around him, which I don't see it because I've been saying for weeks that George Pickens and Deontay Johnson, neither one of them is a number 1 receiver. But that's just me. You know,
I don't disagree with you. I see the fix being. I don't see Tomlin going anywhere this year. It's not the Rooney style. Tom Pelissero, NFL Network, says Steelers won't fire or trade Mike Tomlin. But I do think the whole offensive side of the ball got to be scrapped.
We got a super chat, dog.
Position
super
coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Come on, man. Listen. Big G's got his ego is fine. He doesn't need you to build him up. We don't need to pay super chats just to inflate that ego. Come on now.
I agree with the super chat. And I also agree with Jesus' promise.
Yeah. Pay riding with me. I mean, listen, you had in order for you to win, you got to take a look at everything. Nobody is safe. Nobody gets a pass with this.
You have to look past this. Pay is agreeing with you because at the end of this segment, he's going to try and trade you for your coach.
Exactly.
He's trying to diminish the asset during this whole thing.
First, second, and third, and if we got a guy we can hire, let's roll with it.
Hey, no, Big G, just give me a first and Justin Fields.
I'm with it. No, I want second and third too. I want a second and third about it.
Oh, and Justin Fields?
Yeah, come on with it. Come on. Since you think he's got the culture change, come on with it. Come on over here.
The double-sided talk is hilarious to me. On one hand, hey, he got to go. On the other hand, hey, he's worth three high picks and a player and another starting quarterback.
In fairness to G, he didn't say that he had to go though. He said Rooney, Khan, and Tomlin. Yes to them all.
Facts.
He did say that before though. I don't forget.
My boy Tim Lyons from Running Through the Jungle said Fields is trash. I don't know that I can say that with 100% facts just because of what he's went through in his career, offensive coordinator, and not having those pieces. I don't know. I think the jury's still out on how good of a quarterback Justin Fields is.
Justin Fields is talented.
I agree with B Dirt, and this is for Tim.
System overload. System overload.
You want to kick rocks or something too, B Dirt? Or Big G?
That's a
Bias.
Big G.
That's a bias. He ain't
You
got to
want-
kick
you want-
rocks.
you-
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
All right, fellas,
Not
let's
yet.
get ready to get out here and take a quick break. Get Big G a cold plunge, B Dirt said, so they can bring that pressure down. And we're gonna come back and talk about the game last night and the AFC North games that come this week. We're not gonna give our predictions to overtime, but we're gonna talk about them. So if you're watching on YouTube, stay with us. If you're listening on Apple or Spotify or Google Podcasts or wherever you get your audio podcasts, we got to pay a couple bills to be right back after this. And we're back on the Homies Podcast. We got some homie disagreements going on tonight, all around the board. B Dirt is the most rational, reasonable one of us here tonight.
Things have taken
B-Dirt,
a turn.
Go ahead and take it over for a minute. Talk about what you want to talk about, man.
Well, hey, we picked up a game this week. The Bengals picked up a game on the Steelers, as everybody knows. We picked up a game on the Browns, and we picked up a half game on the Ravens. I don't see us catching the Ravens.
Yeah, because the Ravens didn't play. That's
correct. Bye week. It's that half game. So I listen. Still, my expectations are not that we're going to contend for the division. I think it's still, maybe a 1 in 10 chance that we even make the playoffs. But I'm rooting for that. Seeing how these guys play under adversity. I don't think you're going to see Jake Browning. I reached up here in my stocking, and I got 32 of 37, 354 yards, a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown.
Killing them.
G. Oh, not G. I'm sorry, B. You said he threw the ball 37 times. Got how many yards?
Killing
354.
them.
Mitch threw the ball like 35 times last night. Got I think 190 or something like that. Well, go on.
Trash.
So, but we also ran the ball. We ran the ball 28 times. We ran the ball 43% of the time with running backs.
Can I interject real quick? I hate to cut you off, B Dirt, but
you're good.
Mitch scored 2 touchdowns last night. Justin Fields just scored none his last game. Go ahead, B Dirt.
And I feel like our young defensive backs, although sometimes DJ Turner takes a few, he trusts his speed too much. He takes a few unnecessary gambles in my mind. But he's playing well. I think Jordan Battle's playing very well. He looks much better out there than Nick Scott. I think Dax Hill's playing well. So those guys that were young and not experienced in the NFL are playing pretty good. So, and we're doing that without Cam Taylor-Britt at corner. Yep. So I'm happy about that. Now, all that said, I think Jacksonville, their game plan reminded me of what I've seen from Zach Taylor this past 6 weeks. And that was, you were playing against the 31st ranked rush defense in the Cincinnati Bengals, and you gave Travis Etienne, who went into the week as a top 5 rusher in the NFL, the ball 11 times.
Facts.
He averaged over 4 yards a carry, and you only gave it to him 11 times. So I think they kind of gift wrapped one for us as well. But, hey, NFL, wins are hard to come by. Take them, right?
B-Dirt, can I say this, man? And I'm not a Bengals fan. I'm a diehard Steelers fan. I'm going to ride with them until I'm leave this planet. You know why the Bengals went down to Jacksonville and won, dog? You really want to know the truth? The culture. Them boys rallied the troops. Yep. They said, look, bruh, we ain't having this. The alpha males in the room stood up and said, we going to get the dub and we going to handle our business.
And you know who one of those guys is?
Who is that?
Mike Hilton.
Absolutely. Absolutely. An ex-Steeler.
Mm-hmm.
An ex-Steeler. A culture alpha male. They went down there and they looked completely different than the Pittsburgh Steelers. They went into Jacksonville and said, we ain't handling it. We ain't having it. We going to do what we got to do from the coach down, and they handled their business.
And you talk about leadership. Did you see I'm guessing that you've seen the memes where you have Joe Burrow on the sidelines in cast,
Yes.
holding that the Google Chromebook, going over stuff with Jake Browning, and then you show the Browns, and you've got Deshaun Watson sitting in the stands with sunglasses on, looked like he was barely awake. Looked like
Kenny
Pay right
Pickett,
there.
Kenny Pickett did the same thing. He was up in the booth. He wasn't even down on the field. He was up in the booth doing the same thing.
Somebody had Kenny Pickett in the booth. And how much help is Kenny Pickett going to be anyway? You had like he's not Joe Burrow. He's not going to. You just was talking. He said he trashed. Now you want him down whispering tips to Mitch?
Not whispering tips, and involved with your culture, involved with your team. You can go and stand on that sideline, bro. Get on that sideline.
Claude said the Bengals have culture. Gee, are you serious? Culture's changed over the past couple of years, Gene.
Absolutely. I'm with him.
I agree with you.
But I think that's direct correlation to Joe Burrow. I don't give Zach Taylor credit for that.
I 100% agree with you. And listen, and I was hesitant to believe that the past couple of years just because I'm used to. It's like a dog that gets hit by the broom. Every time you take the broom out, the dog goes. I'm waiting for the cards to crumble. You know what I mean?
And Burrow brings that from his Ohio high school football, Mr. Football. Played a couple years under Urban Meyer.
That's a big part of it.
Coach's son goes to LSU, nothing but winning. So I mean, Burrow brings that. And when the Steelers had a prime Big Ben, he brought that.
The drafting, if you look at the Bengals draft choices over the past 5 years, as soon as we hit like the third round, they draft mostly captains from some smaller schools. Like Logan Wilson was a captain at Wyoming. Like there's like a half a dozen captains that we've drafted over the past 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's good strategy.
Well, now, and once again, like I said, I mean, I'm not trying to dog the Steelers totally out. I'm just saying the Bengals have the culture that they rallied the troops.
Oh, and
I remember Pittsburgh. I remember
definitely beat us in this next game. You know, I remember.
Right, I remember there was times when Roethlisberger was out, and we had culture guys, and we rallied the troops. Man, we got behind Charlie Batch and won. Stop it. We got behind Charlie Batch and got some dubs. Come on, man. It's not apples to apples. Their culture makes the difference in Cincinnati versus what goes on in Pittsburgh.
I think you're going a little far with the culture, man.
Please.
Cincinnati is 6-6 right now, and Joe Burrow. So they won without Joe Burrow. That's a great win against a playoff team, a division leader. But I mean, I just don't. Mike Brown. I mean, they're trying to change it, but you act like it's the Miami Heat, though. The way you talking right now.
B-Dirt, what's the Bengals' last 4 games?
It's funny that you mentioned that. So we're 6-6. We got 5 games left. 4 of those are against teams that don't have their starting quarterback either. We got they got the Colts this week. Vikings are following. Steelers after that. Then we go to Kansas City on New Year's Eve, and then we play the Browns at the end of the season.
They could win 4 out of 5 and make the playoffs with a backup quarterback because of their culture.
I don't know. I got us winning 2 or 3. If we win 4 out of 5, I will be ecstatic because that means that I will still hit my over pick from earlier in this year. I had them over 9.5 wins. So
I mean, so are the Patriots back with culture? Did Bailey Zappi bring culture last night?
No,
he brought some heart.
You guys had a sieve the first quarter for defense. After the first quarter, they didn't do anything.
Right, I agree. B Dirt.
He brought heart. Zappi brought heart and fire. Zeke did too.
Zeke
wasn't having it.
Zappi picked on Zeke. Zeke played hard. He was starting. I wish I played in my fantasy football. I picked him up and didn't even play him. He got 26 points on my bench. But Zappi picked on Michael Walker, all 3 touchdowns. The one to Zeke, the 2 to Hunter Henry, all on Michael Walker.
Hey, you're just sitting over there in the corner breaking my mother's heart because she's not talking.
Juju hit him too.
The middle of the field was open because we got practice squad linebackers in there as part of it. And I think the first 25 minutes, the Steelers weren't playing with any type of fire. I will say that. You know, that second part of the second quarter, they took over, went down and scored. Second half, They was controlling the game for the rest of the game, but they was too far behind.
Can I ask you a question? As a professional football team, how do you not play with fire? You get paid to play.
Big G, you act like you don't see teams every week not play with fire to get stumped.
Once again, we ain't all them other teams.
See,
we the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Don't let the good be the enemy of the great, or whatever I'm trying to say. Your expectation, Big G, we don't have a quarterback. Our offensive line is not as good as we thought it was.
Steelers Freak says he wants a GoFundMe page to pay the scout who finds the next franchise quarterback $500K. There's 4 guys on this show be looking for you.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. What you need, dog? What you need me to do? I got you. Oh, I can go get him. I think there's one in the draft, but we might talk about that on overtime. I think if we ain't gonna go out there in the free agency land and get the dude, there's one in the draft who I want.
I'll tell you my worst nightmare. JJ McCarthy, the Steelers. I'd cry.
No. I want. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell it now.
Please make that happen.
I want Jalen Daniels. Jalen Daniels is an alpha male.
Hey, who you talking about, Pay?
JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, I don't want
Steel Curtain. Please let that happen.
That's more Kenny Pickett.
Facts.
Great college quarterback.
Facts.
Came along. Best year was your last year. Maybe got in the Heisman race. Got your team won the ACC or the Big Ten. I don't believe in J.J. McCarthy like that. I think he's a good college quarterback. I don't believe him like that. That's just me. I could be wrong. I wasn't wrong about C.J. Stroud.
I want LSU quarterback.
I like Jaden Daniels.
I want him. Trade, and listen, trade up. Trade Pickens and him. Trade Pickens and the pick to go get him. Go get him. Stop playing around. Let's go get him. Trade Deontay and him and go get him. Let's go up and go get the dude. Stop playing. That's the only way it's going to work around here, bro. The only way. You got to go up and go get your dude. Y'all.
Pay, go ahead and just take over for about 60, 90 seconds, man. We ain't heard from you, man.
So much to digest from the steel curtain side of this show. In case y'all forgot, there's another team in the AFC North. 2 other ones, Cleveland and Baltimore. One of them played in week 13. Didn't fare so well. I believe they fell out of the playoff race as well. Baltimore got smashed up by the Rams, who the Steelers did beat. So if we're playing that, what do you call that? Osmosis game. Steelers did beat the Rams, and the Rams thumped all upside the Cleveland Browns' head. So there you go. It's something you can be happy about.
Facts.
Yeah. So I think I got the Browns sitting at number 7 now, barely holding on to the playoffs after that thumping. But Baltimore had the greatest bye week ever. Jacksonville lost, and they lost their quarterback for an extended period of time. Kansas City lost. So Baltimore's their only competition for the number 1 seed is Miami right now. And inside the division, I think they gained 2 games since the last time they played.
They did. That's a fact.
Yeah. I was told, I think the last time we did this show, last Friday, I was told that the division is going to be decided on week 18. It's going to go down to the buzzer between Baltimore and I forgot who they played that week, but it's irrelevant.
But who told you that, Pay?
I believe I was told that on the show. I believe I was told that in the comments.
Baltimore has a 2-game lead, but
over Cleveland.
No, over us.
2.5 over you guys.
2.5 over us. You're right. Mm-hmm. You're right. So Baltimore got to play the 49ers. Who else they got to play?
Us.
I know play us, but I'm saying they got 2 tough games that they could potentially lose. The 49ers is 1.
I'm great to look. Go ahead, keep talking.
So
they got the Rams this Sunday. They have the Jaguars, who I just mentioned. They have the 49ers, the Dolphins, who I also mentioned, and it's the Steelers week 18.
Yeah, it could be potentially 3 losses there.
They only got to win 2.
Okay, so 2
will 11 wins wraps the division up.
if Pittsburgh wins out, gets to 11 wins, they beat because they got more wins in the division. They take
All right,
over
so we've been doing the show. We've been live for 45 minutes now. Who's winning out? Go ahead. Just tell me Pittsburgh's going to win out.
I ain't
Say it. Just say it. Just say it. Just say it.
Nah, I told
All right
you
then. So we don't have to talk about that no more.
I told you last year after the bye, they're gonna go 7-2. So what I am
And you still holding on to that? You still holding on to that? You also said last week they was gonna go 5-1. You still holding on to that?
Yeah, I got 5-1 on the board over here.
Yeah. That's already a loss.
That's running the table. That's 5 straight left.
Okay. Well, they definitely lost 2 games they shouldn't have lost. But it starts with the Colts, the Bengals, the Seahawks, and the Ravens. So 3-1 for sure. If hopefully we'll see.
3-1.
3-1.
3-1.
Yeah.
That's 10. That's 10. That's 10 wins. Baltimore's gonna win 2 of these at least. Oh, okay. All right. 10 wins. Okay. Write that down, B.
But if they go 4-0 and Baltimore only has gotten 2 of them, then it goes to the Steelers.
I can't write down 3-1 because he's already higher. He's got 4-0 on the board already.
Because I did expect them to beat the Browns, the Cardinals, and the Patriots. But
Tate, I understand your optimism, bro, but it ain't happening, bro.
We going to the playoffs, G?
Nope.
No playoffs? Okay.
Nope. 9-8 at best.
Because of injury, I think the AFC North went from having 3 teams in the playoffs to 1.
Yep.
And it's all due to injury.
But I think the Bengals got a shot. I think they got a shot.
We don't have a good record against a lot of. I mean, listen, we did pick up the tiebreaker against Jacksonville if they slide with Lawrence not being able to play.
If they slide, the Bengals aren't they like 1-4 in the division?
Yeah, horrible in the division.
Yeah, so you got to factor that in, Big G.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we're going to be tied with any of those division teams by the end of the year.
They got 2 AFC wins. The Bengals do.
So they can go 10-7.
But that's not the first tiebreaker. The first tiebreaker is your head-to-head. So if we end up tied with Jacksonville, we in.
Yeah.
Cincinnati's 1 game out of the playoffs. There's a 3-way tie in the wild cards for 7-5. You have Browns, Colts, and Texans 7-5. Hold on to those wild cards.
Yeah, the Steelers are in the 8th spot right now. They went from 5-8 with that loss last night.
And we play the Browns and the Steelers. We could split with both of them technically. And in order to get in the playoffs, we probably have to.
So you're not 1-5 in the division. You're 1-4 in the division. 1-3.
Yeah. I think the Bengals can end up 10-7 and get in the playoffs.
Have you won a division game?
I don't think so.
So you're 0-4 in the division.
I don't know. I'd have to go back.
That's not going to happen, G.
Hey,
it doesn't matter. It's head-to-head, Tate. That's why I'm saying to go into the division thing is if we win the division, which we're not going to do. So you're talking about something that's
wild card.
I don't care.
You can't beat anybody in the division head-to-head because you can only split with them.
I'm saying that the Bengals
correct, but we're not going to tie for the division lead, so that is irrelevant.
I'm saying the Bengals going up 10-7 and the Steelers going up 9-8.
That first thing is not going to happen.
I'm saying they're going up 10-7, and the Steelers going up 9-8.
That brown Kool-Aid.
So the Bengals about to go 4-1.
Yep.
And they gonna beat the Steelers.
Yep. Yep.
Boy, you like some of the fans I was talking about. Don't pump your brakes, man. You just jump off the ship quick, boy.
Hey, man. Listen, listen, from the truth. Listen, this is something that was told to me 25 years ago by one of my mentors. From the truth, we can get anywhere. We got to understand and recognize the truth.
Thanks for the
Steelers is dumpster fire.
Thanks for the super chat, man.
I ain't going in the Matrix. Tim can't put me in the Matrix. No.
I'm with you, Tim.
For any kind of playoff
system overload. System.
That's for G.
For any kind of playoff aspirations that we have, the worst loss that we have for the tiebreaker would be the Houston Texans.
That ain't a bad loss.
No, but they could end up tied with us and get in because they beat us head to head.
Steelers too.
Us
Steelers
too.
too.
Yeah.
Steelers too.
So that's the loss. The division losses. We're not going to win the division. Irrelevant. The AFC losses is just, to me, head to head. We beat Buffalo. That's good. We beat the Jaguars. That's good because those two are two that we could be in competition with. But that Houston loss would definitely loom large if we were tied.
Well, yeah, you lost. Well, we lost both to Houston and Jacksonville too.
I'm just looking at those bubble teams that we could end up in a tiebreaker with.
And you get to play the Colts. You get to play the Steelers and the Browns.
Yep, those are all must-win games if we have any aspirations of getting in the playoffs. I don't. I'm not riding with Big G. I'm in evaluation mode right now.
The Steelers lost a tough one last night. One that we all expected them to win. They played poorly in the first 20 minutes of the game. Played okay the last 40 minutes of the game. So we got the Rams hosting the Ravens. The Rams are coming to Baltimore.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Facts.
So yeah, we'll talk about that game on overtime. Pay, be ready.
I took
B Dirt. This is a big one right here, B Dirt.
Big one. Yep. At home, must win.
Facts.
That's a big one.
Absolute facts.
Then we got the Browns and the Jaguars.
That's a big one. That's a huge game.
That's Father Time versus Beathard.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Pay, look what you started. You sitting back just being all quiet and all whatever else.
Well, it's that time. Come on, Pay. Say it with your chest, man. It's that time of the show.
So, Thursday had a lot of interesting sports on. I tried to watch the football game, and I was reminded of a certain quarterback in purple and gold. Not purple and gold, but black and gold. And I said, man, I remember this. All these failed third down conversions, can't convert fourth downs to save his life. It's a 3rd and 4, and he throws a lame 30-yard pass, 20 yards out of bounds. I had to cut that off. Went to the in-season tournament game, and that game was a rout. I got no enjoyment out of it. So what could I do? I turned on YouTube, and I watched the Steel Curtain Network. I watched the post-game show done by Bad, who was at the game, it looks like, show, and Jeff Hartman. It was pretty entertaining. And but the part that threw me off was all the comments of get rid of Tomlin. He's the reason. Yada, 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 yada. And I just got to thinking, like, weren't we here last year? Wasn't we at this point last year where you all wanted to get dumped for Tomlin? Then he went, as Tate loves to say, 7-2 after the bye.
Yep.
Had you all feeling that it was, he still got that muster. I can't recall it. Speaking as a fan of a team whose last good coach went 10-6 in his last season before he got fired. Let me tell you something.
Lovie Smith, I talked about it on Pump Your Break. He was 83-61 with the Bears, and since then, y'all like 61-106.
The grass is not always green on the other side. Thanks for cutting 5 minutes out of my take there, Tate. Let me say this though. I've been telling you all season. Maybe now you'll listen to me. I've been telling you all season you've been getting lucky. This was not a division winning team. The water will always find its level. There's only one reason you got the 7 wins, and it's because you got a great coach. The product on the field ain't a good team. I've been saying it all season. You wasn't listening to me now. Maybe after back-to-back losses to teams that's trying to lose, maybe that'll get you to listen.
That's hot.
Can we
man.
get that? Can we get that first and Justin Fields and Big G want a second and third? I'll just take a first and Justin Fields.
You still owe us a pick for Chase Claypool, so we got to come up.
Big G burner time. I feel like we've been hearing burners all show long, but go ahead, Big G.
Hey, man. You can say I'm as burners and all whatever else. I don't care. I know, and I'm telling it like a TI is. And there's a lot of folks that feel the same way I do. So I'm telling you like it is. But for my burner, I'm going to tell you this, man. If Tomlin has an 8-9 season, he will step down as the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Last night, Tate, when we did the post-game press review with Coach Tomlin, I told you that. I said it on air. It is the first time I've ever heard, and I know that feeling. I've done that, been there, done that, not in the NFL, but at a lower level. And I hear it, and it's a sound that a coach makes. And last night I heard that sound when Tomlin was talking. He sounded defeated. He sounded like it's time to take a wrap. He sounded like, man, I don't know if this is still worth it. And he was really beaten up. Now, is it because they played a game from a Monday to a Thursday and they lost a game that they were supposed to win? I don't know. But I heard that sound. So I wouldn't be shocked at the end of the season if Coach T says, hey, man, I'm just going to walk away. Because guess what? He'll get paid a whole lot by doing a TV analyst. And he'll get paid a whole lot by being a coach somewhere else. So it might be time, bro. It might be time. I'm not saying we will never fire Tomlin. And so all y'all out there that's listening, all in the live chat, we will never fire Mike Tomlin. But Mike Tomlin might walk away, and we appreciate him always because I think he's one of the greatest coaches ever, in my opinion. One of the best.
That's a hot one, G.
Yeah, I'm just saying like it is, bro. Saying like it is.
Big G's philosophy on hot takes is you ain't got to get ready if you stay ready. Fine.
Fine. Where's that? There you go.
I didn't say nothing.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at the Cleveland Cavalier basketball game while we doing this, and somebody done something stupid. I was talking to the TV.
All right, pump the brakes. I'll pump my brakes. Sorry. So I'm not gonna go. I really wanted to go in on Bill Belichick today, but you guys ruined that for me. Steelers fans ruined that. Steeler Nation ruined it for me.
I'm happy. I'm happy he won that game.
Mr. Risky ruined it for me.
I
will say this: I've been betting the Steelers under all year and blindly, and in the first half, it covered the over. So I doubled up. I don't like go chasing very much, but when they gave me 6.5 points, so I took the Steelers plus 6.5 at halftime, and I ended up winning that bet. So I'm happy. But I want to say a happy Pearl Harbor Day to everybody out there. December 7th, 1941. Yep.
Salute
and I will second day of Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah out there to the Jewish brother out there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of unrest in the world today. Today's nation our country is in turmoil. The world's in turmoil. Fighting still in the Gaza Strip. I'm just doing hatred dirty today, man. A lot of anti-Semitic things going on. No bueno. So that's what I'm doing dirty today. Hate, man. We're all in this thing together, man. Like it just go from day to day. I don't understand war. I never will. So that's my dirt today.
Yeah, hate sucks. Unless it's on a Packers quarterback.
I hate hate.
Hate can kick rocks.
There you go.
That's what hate can do. Hate can get to kicking some rocks.
That's coming from the guy who wanted to choke a wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Amen.
Old Bobby Knight.
Yep. Yep. Sometimes you got to go old school to get the results.
You don't even gotta go that far. You can go to Woody Hayes, pay and stay right there in Ohio State.
Wouldn't that be further?
He caught that. He caught that Clemson
Tiger.
He caught him coming across, boy. He was like, Kataya. Gave him the business.
He got right up under that face mask, man.
It's gonna be there's a lot more players out there right now, like Latrell Sprewell did PJ Carlissimo though.
Mm-hmm. They soft. The players, I'm gonna say this before we get off there. The players now soft as butter. They soft as butter. There ain't too many dogs out there.
I hate when they don't lock up. I hate when they don't lock up felonious quarterbacks.
That was your cue, Tate. Quit watching the Cavs.
He talking about Brett Favre. Time to go. Arresting, dog. And before you go, make sure you get them algorithms.
Everybody jump on and join us on overtime. It's 9:07. Let's say 9. I can be ready at 9:20. Can you pay?
Looking at me for. Let's go. The sooner we get backstage, the sooner the better.
Great. Okay, everybody hit like if you haven't hit it. How many likes you seeing, Big G?
59.
Like and share.
We got 112 people in here, and we got 59 likes, man. Come on, get them rhythms jumping, man. Let's
shout out to Bradley Stone and Tim Lyons for the super chats. We appreciate you.
Definitely. Yeah. Thank you, fellas.
We done jumped up to 62 likes. They jumped quick. Hey, we appreciate y'all. Maybe I need to hold the sign up a little bit more. The rhythm started jumping quick.
Keep them rhythms up.
Yep.
All right, Pay. You don't want to say no more about your boy Favre?
Why is he still free? Lock him up, please.